share here and just learning about history of Delhi and religious places, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. You know, like this street just shows how diverse India is, even religious wise, because you have the Mughal emperor there, and you have a Jain temple, you have a Hindu temple, here is a Christian church, and we are going to see just 30 meters from here, I think, there is a Gurdwara for Sikh temple and a mosque. So yeah,
That's India for you.
yeah, this is India, as diverse as it gets.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Chandni Chowk is just opposite the Red Fort. The very first temple is the Red Temple, Lal Mandir. Lal means red, such as Lal Killa, the Red Fort, and it is a Jain temple. Jainism is one of the main religions in India, and one of the main principles, they believe in non-violence and preserving life, which makes most of them vegetarians and even some not eating good vegetables. The other belief is that ultimately when you achieve good karma in your life, at the end you can achieve liberation and become godlike. Next to the Jain temple is a Hindu temple. This temple is several hundreds of years old, and it was built by a Maratha soldier. So this soldier is believed to have been injured, and he prayed to Lord Shiva that if he became well, then he would build him a beautiful temple. This temple is best visited when there is any festival that's celebrating Lord Shiva, such as Shiva Latri, which happens sometime in February. So if you want to see it lighting up and beautiful, then you can visit during that time. Otherwise, you're welcome to visit it during any other time it's open. So this is Central Baptist Church, and it's one of the oldest churches here in Delhi. This is an Anglican church built by the British when they came to India. It is literally maybe 50 meters from the other temples, and it is just another example of how diverse India and Delhi are. And now here, another of the religious monuments, around 250 years old, is a Sikh temple dedicated to a guru who was martyred here by a king because he refused to bow down to the other religion, and about 100 years after his death, this was built. So yes, and as I said, it's literally the same work, and already now, this is the fourth religion we're seeing. So the history is that during those times, the Mughal emperor, who were Islamic, they were converting people, and when they went to the area where this guru was presiding, those people asked him to go talk to the king on their behalf, to ask him to stop forcing them to convert. And when he went to the king, then the king asked him that you have to convert, and if not, then you'll be executed, and he was executed. This is the exact place of the martyrdom of the guru, and this used to be a police station, so you can imagine how much violence this place has witnessed. Okay, and the last of the religious buildings is this mosque right here. It's a golden mosque. Unfortunately, it's been covered with some wall, and there's some shops, so the aesthetic is gone, but the golden domes are already visible, and yes, a mosque temple. An Islam temple. No, we can call it that. It's a mosque. Walking further down the street, then you start to find the historical and architectural buildings of Chandni Chowk. This one here is a Jain building. So Jains were mostly traders, and that's why they came to Delhi. Most of them coming from Rajasthan, another state, and they would build such, which would be like a hotel, which traders would stay in as they were trading before they moved on to the next place. This is a very hidden gem. It's written, yeah, Lloyd's Bank. And it was Begum Samru, a very powerful woman, one of the only ones who had power at that time. Today it's a bank, but it has such an amazing history. I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, that woman was so powerful. I want to be like her. Begum Samru. This woman, her real name Joanna, is one of those women who have a history. Before Me Too was a thing, she was one of the most powerful women. So she started her career as a dancing girl and nautch girl in the red light district when she was 14 years old. She later met a British soldier and they got married, and she was converted to Catholic. During all those fighting and all that, they ended up with a kingdom of Sardana somewhere north of Delhi, where she became a ruler, a queen for almost 50 years. And this here was her palace, was her mansion. It was way larger. This was, I think, the gateway or something close to that. And the other building that I showed you earlier was just on one part of it, which right now hasn't been maintained, and it's a bank. But this woman is was quite something. She was quite powerful. So this is the largest lights and electronics market in all of Asia. It's here in Chandi Chowk. And now we are riding, yes, through Chandi Chowk on an Indian helicopter to go to our next place. This place is much more interesting when you know the history it holds. I mean, I've been here before and you've seen the video, and it's good. It was my first impressions, but actually learning about the places is, I love it. I'm so glad I took this tour. He's a very good guide.
He's Akshay and myself Sunil.
Yeah. Yes. And he's a very good companion too.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. So the pathway is so narrow. Whenever somebody is coming down, it's a real struggle. But I can't wait to see the view from the top, because it's going to be amazing. And so, actually, it is 300 rupees to enter the gate, main gate. To climb up for foreigners, it's 100. For locals, it's free to enter, but 50 for the tower. Very good experience. Yeah, we are here now. Yes. And here we are. It's very beautiful. Yes. It's so cramped here, but it's also so sunset. Yeah, very dangerous. Yeah, literally where I'm stepping.
What I was saying, the paradox of this place for me.
It's actually very peaceful here, and he reminded me I am on top of the world again. New Delhi edition, old Delhi edition actually.
Yes, this is not New Delhi yet.
Yeah, this is old Delhi. Begum Samru. So the red light district used to be somewhere here.
Evolution before prayer.
It's so interesting to see the people there, and the pool at the center is where they wash their feet and hands just before prayer.
They are not limiting these persons, you know, into a mess.
Yeah.
Chaos.
The space is quite small and the place is very popular, so not a good combination. And down we go. Because the place is free for locals, you'll find a lot of families here for picnic, eating together. And if you're lucky, you'll see some boys being mischievous, because you know, boys will always be boys. It doesn't matter if it's in a temple or not. Afterwards, we went on a walk around Old Delhi at night just to see how it was. It was on a Sunday, so it was pretty quiet. This was one of the quieter sides, not all of them, because the other side was still as Old Delhi is.
So I apologize on behalf of the Delhi population.
And we went seeing some havelis. Havelis were traditional townhouses or mansions, private homes for wealthy people, and they have historical and architectural significance, and most of them will have like Hindu symbols on the doors here in Delhi, and they are at today most of them have actually been converted to be hotels or business places. And finally, we went to visit the temple that our tour guide grew up worshipping at, and that's where it's a Jain temple, and that's where I learned that you remember how I said that Jainism, one of the things they do is that they don't possession. Oh, did I say that? So one of the other I don't think I said it. So one of the other values of Jainism is possession, not having possessions. And so some monks usually not even wear any clothes, so they don't have any material possessions on them at all. And you can see some of them in Jain temples.
Road is a structured building.
Yes.
All the arranged vehicles, you won't find anywhere.
Yeah, you cannot find anywhere else, just in Old Delhi.
This is one of the cleanest.
Cleanest. Yes. And this is a spice market. It's one of the largest spice markets in Asia. Probably the largest one. Right now it's Sunday, so it's not as busy. It's usually chaotic.
You can see lights.
And it extends about a kilometer that side. Thank you so much for watching this video on Chandi Chowk and Old Delhi and its history and religious significance. Please subscribe, comment, like, share. There are more videos of India and around the world. Hope to see you next time. Bye.